Hey guys. So, I was feeling a little upside down today. So, I decided I'm going to start the episode backwards. I'm like the Fresh Prince over here. Now, this is a story all about how my episode is flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, so just sit right there. I'm going to take the ending moral of the story and place it up here. That's your girl's Big Willie style right there, okay? Yep, that's right. I'm gonna give you the ending first. I'm gonna give you the moral of the story first. So here we go. The moral of life's story is, fucking drum roll please, life and love both flow directly through the heart. That's it. That's the moral of the whole fucking story, you guys. So, if that's all you're here for, hey kitty kitty, if that's all you're here for, if that's all that matters to you, is the end result, then I guess you're good, my friend. Bye. No. But, if you're looking deeper, if you're more into how we get to the moral, how we come to the end results, which ways we go, then please feel free to stick around and hear this one out fully. I'd love to have you. So again, love and life flow directly through the heart. So, what does this mean for me and you? It means it's time to be yourself. Be yourself and do so fiercely. But expect pushback. You have to. Because the truth is, you guys, people will push against someone who speaks with full-blown conviction, with absolute fucking authority around their own authenticity. You bet your ass they will. And they will do this because, we live in a world where being phony can seem like thriving. We see it all the time, right? From internet quote-unquote sensations to, I don't fucking know, all the need to become a more plastic version of what a human is, both physically and mentally. And many will continue to believe those lies and will continue to live their lives in phony ways. And you know what else? Sadly, many will choose to get better and better at that facade, at that phoniness. But those of us who are less interested in the fake narratives we find ourselves thrown in, how can we stay more true to ourselves? I can't even talk. I can rap, apparently, but cannot talk. Our authentic selves, what I'm trying to say. How can we stay true to our authentic selves? Well, I've come to see that it's through our very own empowerment that we bust that lie wide open. And, once we do, we see that it really was always just a facade, a fake life. And we know truly that we're much better off once it's gone. Even if some of the people we thought were real players in our life end up leaving once our fucking truest truth is known, okay? Don't allow the phony to become your normal. And if it has been feeling like you may have been allowing it to do so, let go and just honor yourself and allow all that is phony to fall away and see what true remains. And don't be bitter. Don't be bitter about who turned out to be fake in your life. Let them go. Let them go with love, that they may find the truth as you have on your path. Thank them for being part of your life, being a part of your life that helped you grow, into who you were meant to become. That's it. That's all we need to do to live our lives best as we can for our own damn selves. Sounds too easy, doesn't it? I know, right? Fuck. Don't I know it? Because I pushed against it too. I did. For what seemed like forever, you guys. Oh. But I finally allowed myself to release the facade I thought I needed to be able to thrive in this world, in my own life. And guys, it's not about completely reinventing yourself. Maybe sometimes it is if you've been living life like a complete asshole. But more often than not, it's just some of those traits, right? Those bits and pieces we've picked up as ways we use to live our lives, like live our life like it, living it as it was a circumstance that we were thrown into. And just like I talked about in the last episode, right? We decide what we become. So if you found yourself to have become a raging inflamed asshole, well, this is the episode. Let this episode be your fucking preparation H, okay? Literally, slather that shit on. If we are made from love, if we are love at our core, and I'm sorry, there's no other way to fucking say that without sounding like a Hallmark card, okay? But bear with the cheese for a moment. Just soothe yourself with that fucking prep H, okay? Get over it. But no, it's about learning to trust that love that we all are. And yes, it does take fucking practice to do this. It does. But doesn't everything worthwhile take practice? Even manifesting, right? We have to release how we are to be capable of creating with it. Sports, music, education, all take practice in their own right to become better and better at them until we have mastered them in our own individual ways. Yeah? So the power we have inside should be viewed no different. It's about being honest with yourself and setting aside any of the previous stories you have convinced yourself that were fact and not fiction. Those quote-unquote shoulds of life that I always talk about, right? Because deep down in our heart of hearts, we all know our own truths. We know the fucking answers. We just have to dare to listen to them and truly honor what they are telling us. Just as with our outside relationships with other people, okay? Our relationship with ourselves can only deepen when we can be real. And in those outside relationships too, right? When it's time to start telling the truth, we always want to be considerate to the other person. So I say, let's show ourselves some of that same damn consideration. We gotta learn to reverse that old saying, right? Treat others how you want to be treated. I mean, it really goes both ways, doesn't it? Shouldn't we also treat ourselves the way we treat others? Because through my growth, I learned that I used to treat others fucking far better than I treated my own damn self. I did. And maybe if you think about it, you're actually doing that too. But now I'm in a position where I know it's okay to love me, and I do. And not in that phony, superficial sense, where the only thing I do is post selfie after selfie. Nah. I figure if I'm ready for real love in my life with others, then I have to really love myself the way I want to feel love from them. I think it goes hand in fucking hand. Don't you? I had to learn for myself, okay, that love is what serves my highest good. It's what makes me feel the best every day. And truth is, I just had to allow it. I had to let it flow from my heart. The same heart that allows my physical self to be a part of this earth is the one that allows my consciousness to follow the path of least resistance. The path which, through love, right, I always understand that it's all working out for my best good. And so through that love, I'm able to allow the releasing of all those things or people or jobs or what the fuck ever that do not match that vibration of love. And for me, that was one of the hardest things to learn because, as I've mentioned, I have perfectionist tendencies. And I used to really like my control. But I found that this way of loving, life as it is, it just gives me more sense of purity in what at times can feel like a very unpure world. And I've come to know that if I want more of that positivity in my own world, then I have to feel that way in order to attract more of it to me. I like to live my life, in a sense of overflow, I guess. I mean, can there really be too much of a good thing? I don't think so. I don't. I think that if it feels like a good thing is too much, then maybe it really wasn't such a good thing as we thought it once was. I mean, fuck. Try thinking like that for a week, you guys. 7 fucking days. Go on, try it. Make a note in your damn calendar that says, starting now, I'm a overflow. Go ahead. I'll wait. But, seriously, the only way to get into a state where you allow the good to overflow all around you is to drop away the edges. You can't overflow if you laid down a barrier to stop the flow. Now, can you? Shit. I mean, you gotta be honest with yourself and look at how you've been sandbagging your own damn life. Let go of any, fucking protective containers, right? That you may have set up to fucking protect yourself. And just let the overflow begin. Let yourself be held and seen. This is where we, as humans, learn that oneness we all share. This is where we finally can see how the eternal part of each person meets the eternal part of another. The soul level connections between all of us can be reached when we are in our most selfless state of being. And once we get there, that's how we show others that same path. Because this is where the higher self steps in and guides us, and through us, also guides those around us into that joyful overflow that honestly, guys, feels so damn fucking good. I'm talking like orgasm for the fucking soul type good here, okay? Ecstatic bliss, my friends. Multiple times. You can write that on your calendar too if you want. Fuck, I would. I don't know. I choose to find light every day in my life. I've come to feel so much better in my own day to day by finding what feels light, what looks like light, you know? It seems to me that when I'm in this energy of light that, I don't know, it just burns so fucking bright that I can't help but be open to and actually honor what I'm seeing. Because in the light, I see it clearly. And that means that no lie, no falsehoods are able to stand up to that fucking vibrant, glowing light. That light I choose to have all around me. And yes, fucking sometimes a trickster may come along and try to, fucking trick me. But with the focus I have, they never seem to make it too long. The truth is always shown to me whether I want to admit it right away or not. I've come to realize that it's always there, shining away. This light comes from within you guys. Sorry, you can't buy it on fucking Amazon. It's not so much a piece of matter as it is an energy. But nonetheless, it is the only energy that does truly matter. So come, join me now in the light and let us all see how we melt into truth under the heat of this loving, glowing light. Yeah? I hope you do. I hope you do decide to join me. Plus, maybe we can work on our tans in this light. What? I think everyone fucking enjoys a good glow on their skin. And so everyone should enjoy this good glow coming from within. Look, I rhymed. Write it in your calendar. Log date 2023, month 7. Jen rhymed a good rhyme. Fuck. But no, there's just this freedom when we approach life this way. This living in the light, so to speak. When we embrace this energy, we are rewarded with that free feeling. It's a freedom from illusion. And I don't know, I guess that's a freedom that only our own truths can provide us. The freedom from phony. Think of it this way, you guys, okay? If we are all a piece of the divine having a human experience, then honestly, that means the divine wants to have its way with you. So often we feel alone in this world, but how can we if we view life as the divine wanting us to live it? It's essentially turned on by your life and what it could all be, yeah? So what that means is the creator of all things, and however you believe that to be, this divine spark of light you are, okay, wishes to live through you. It wishes to do this because on earth, this is the only way for the divine to step out into this world. Through each and every one of our bodies, the divine gets to experience all different lives, and through each of us, especially those of us who realize this, the divine is also able to reach into the hearts of others on this planet and push those hearts into greater life for the divine itself to experience. Because the divine, the creator, wants each of us to be restored to the freedom of what we are here for. The freedom of reunion with that divine knowing and the allowing of all that light that will ultimately bring us into blissful, ecstatic reunion with the love we all are. The truth, the divine love. But we choose when we step into this way of life. And that's just how it has to fucking be. We all have free will. And so we are allowed to choose how to live energetically in our own lives. That's why we cannot try to fix or control anyone else. because it is not our place to do so. You know, to really embrace this divine light, right? It will cause us to feel all that heat from that light. It will burn for a time. It will. I'm just telling truths here, okay? No sugarcoating. Because while it is light, it is not easy. It is not fucking easy. And we carry a lot of trauma and shit from not only us, right? But from our ancestors as well. Energies passed down from generation to generation. But we can be the ones to break those down when they are not serving us, right? Or our lineage. And by doing this, we change the way our bloodline flows. Remember the opening of this episode if you doubt me now. Life and love flow through the heart. Blood, bloodline, heart. Get it? We will have to shed some layers to allow the divine to light us up and experience the abundant life it seeks to enjoy as one human on this planet. It's like when the weather gets hot. We don't think twice about putting away the winter clothes, right? It's the same thing. We have to shed those old layers that we kept energetically to make us feel warm when we thought our world was nothing but cold. When we do, what is left will be what is true. So, cast aside whatever would hold you back and know that you are not the same from this moment on. You have now let go of the conditions, the small way of living, all those past fears and doubts, the lack of loving life for yourself, and maybe most importantly, the idea that things won't ever work out for you. The light truth inside you knows better. It does. It knows that now by releasing all that shit that you're coming into a truth that is far, far more worthy of your divine soul. Just trust. Trust in your own innocence and trust that to change your perspective. You no longer have to hold on to false narratives that you once believed to be true. And I'm hearing, don't resist what is being shown to you at this time. Even if it means some struggles at first. That's just how our views works here on earth. Just trust that this changing of your perception is truly bringing you to real freedom and a place where you're able to honor your own fucking peace and happiness. There's a quote or a poem, I guess, from Rumi that popped into my head. And I think it shows how important this is for us to do. How the divine lives through us, like I was explaining before. Here's what he said. I am the pure light, my son. I am not a handful of worthless dust. I am not just an empty shell. I am a regal pearl formed in this world. Close your eyes to see and become aware of me. Perceive me with eyes that see the unseen. Come into the mystery to find me. I am a carefree visitor here for you. Do you see how he talks of the divine living as a human? Do you see how all it takes is to open our eyes to what we cannot see with our minds, but only through the love that flows through our hearts? The divine, a visitor here on earth, here for each of us to step into the power we have within and realize that we are the pearls of the world. Yeah, only humans have the ability to become aware and grow their own consciousness to levels beyond the physical. Only humans. Think about that and why that is. You see, our souls are sensual and dance with life. They do so with devotion and I think a determination as well, We just have to be open to that. And we have to change our mindsets in order to get here. Even if it seems so fucking strange at times, right? The way this world works, huh? When we honor the soul, we eventually realize that the strangeness all around is actually quite beautiful. And we expand into our hearts, where all our life flows. And we start to resist nothing. We allow ourselves to be held captive by the world around us because we finally see that we are here to share light that we all have inside of us. Light that we have brought from another world. A world of pure consciousness and of consciousness that is pure. And in an eternal state of divinity that is so true, so fucking absolute, that it rises above any duality we have come to know and instead guides us all into that flow of oneness, that flow of love. If we can allow this state of flow to happen for us, that's when we feel so many blessings falling upon us, both big and small. And the best part is, we notice them all now. This is where our growth happens, and we start to see that we are growing, and it's exciting and surprising to view with these new eyes that see what we previously could not. We're able to overcome our old mindsets and belief systems, and through this, we see that with these great blessings, our own greatness is not only possible, but very much probable. Dare I say destined, eh? But hey, you have to sign up for this adventure. You do. It's not going to just magically fucking happen for you. That's the misconception of blessings. We have to energetically write ourselves in here on this line, right? This line of our life to experience all that is truly meant for us in this life. The divine is living through us, but that doesn't mean once we find that truth that the world ceases to be dualistic. There will always be duality, but the growth happens when we realize how to interpret and integrate the dualistic nature of life itself. It's not about man or woman, masculine and feminine being separate. It's about developing those dual energies that we all have inside of us so that they become stronger. They both become so fucking superior, right? That we cannot see anymore where they are separate from one another. It's truly a great transformation, you guys. I mean, our masculine side has the clarity and practicality. The ability to apply with discernment comes through us as our masculine energy, okay? But when we merge it, blissfully with our feminine energy, it becomes softer, more tender, compassionate, and loving, and our new life is touched by this grace. And the feminine energy, benefits from the masculine as well, because all that we nurture, all that we choose to dedicate our lives to, those connections around us, those all become aligned with such a fierce sense of discernment that only the wisest actions will now be able to prevail. This is how humans will be capable of stepping into new consciousness, letting go of the limiting beliefs and opening up to the compassion for all life. And we do this step by step, knowing that there will be bumps along the path. Never will I tell you otherwise. There will be fucking bumps, and you know what? Sometimes they're gonna cause cuts and bruises to us as we navigate them in this life. But what do? Well, we feel whatever we need to. Feeling is what makes us human. So be human. But know that you're choosing to grow, and that means you're stepping into your more divine humanness. So that means that along this bumpy road that is your life, You're choosing to live through your heart. And you know that you can shift as you feel feelings. Your feminine energy is holding them with compassion, and your masculine is encouraging you to choose them with your own truths, and that these truths are the ones that resonate with your higher self. And so, by just honoring this, you are raising your vibration to that of love, to that level of divine oneness. And, you can fucking believe this or not. I never push belief systems on anyone, but I do choose to share what has shown me the light. But I know my light is my own. My light is my own. So I just urge you to consider shining your light. Because isn't it a gift to be able to shift your life into a better state just by honoring who you are deep within? Isn't it? I don't know. To me, it's been liberating as fuck. And I just want to share that with whoever is interested in finding that feeling for themselves. To feel empowered by just living life as it is and as it feels truthful to you. Honestly, to just feel as empowered to do that allows you to feel the same empowerment by allowing others to do that too, with great peace and joy in your heart. So, start accepting your own heart's guidance. Even if you start super small, like adding it to that calendar. Trust your path, your own individual evolution. Even if others react to it with fear or doubt or discomfort, fuck them. Just trust that they are simply on their own path. Because the true meaning of growth is knowing that, we really are all on one giant path. And so you don't have to convince anyone of anything. You just have to embrace your own wisdom and freedom and know that you have the ability within you to live your own life accordingly and grow as you so fucking choose. And I think I'll end this episode with that. Because as I love to say, as above, so below. So as we open, so shall we will close. Now we know the absolute fucking truth. The moral of all our life stories is that yes, both love and life flow through the heart. We just have to allow the constant impossibilities happening within each moment to fully inspire us if we are to embrace that love and love that life we are all so deserving to have. Trust in what your own heart has to say when it speaks through you. Be willing to take the actions necessary because they will lead you where your heart knows you should be. All that is required of you is trust and action. So, will you accept this and try? I truly hope you do. Choice is yours, my friends. And that's all for now. Live in love, live in truth, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.